can hear you standing there, Hunter.
What are you reading, Nico?
A limited edition print of the Book of Thoth.
The Book of Thoth? Where did you find a book of such rarity?
I didn't. Someone just left it out. Weird, too, because I was looking for a book on chaos magic so I could understand Wanda's grimoire a little better. I didn't think I was gonna find any, since Caretaker probably hid or burned every single text on the topic. But, poof, here this was, waiting for me.
It does seem to be one of the centers of supernatural activity around here.
You feel that too, huh? Sometimes when I'm in here, all the hairs on my neck stand straight up. But in a warm and fuzzy, friendly ghost kind of way.
Find anything helpful in it?
I did. There's a historical account of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh who was struck by a dark madness after reading a page from an old book called The Scrolls of Chthon.
Wait, that is another name for the...
Darkhold, I know. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the first case of corruption in recorded history.
It is certainly possible.
From reading the story, I think so. So the legend goes that nothing could cure the pharaoh until this traveling lightworker came along, laid his hands upon the pharaoh, and recited an incantation. The pharaoh came back to his senses and returned to his good old classical Egyptian disbody self.
I doubt there was not a price to such a purification.
Oh, there was. So like, when the lightworker recited the incantation, he absorbed all the pharaoh's corruption into his own body and, died.
He did not survive?
No. But the lines of the incantation he used are scattered throughout this book. I'm gonna have Magic help me transcribe them and see if we can use them to cure Wanda.
Let me get this straight. You and Magic plan on piecing together a 100,000-year-old incantation that worked once and killed the person who said it?
Yes?
Well, if you want to save Wanda, you will have to take risks.
100%. Well, I'm gonna find Magic, see if we can make a dent in this transcription. I'll give you a shout when we do. Until then, not a word about this to anyone.
All is prepared for the ritual.
How exactly will we talk to the Salem Coven?
You'll see. Come, the moon is right. We don't have much time.
What is all this?
Everyone knows you can't commune with the spirits without plenty of candles, dear. Witchcraft 101. I would stand back if I were you.
I expected a solemn ritual, but I think you are enjoying this.
I haven't been part of a seance in years. And look, it's working.
Is that a tree?
That's not just any tree. It's the hanging tree. Those old girls hid the moon seal in plain sight. Shaw would have never suspected the seal was hidden in the very place he murdered his enemies.
Where might I find this hanging tree?
In the time of the Salem Coven, it was not far from Shaw's church. The Abbey's magic tends to rearrange things, though. You may have to explore in order to find it.
This must be the hanging tree. How many innocents died under these branches?
From Transia in the hands of the Knights of Wundagore to the witches of Salem, that seal has covered quite a bit of ground. Despite Shaw's evil, the Coven protected it to the last. You've seen Cathan's corruption spreading on the outskirts of the grounds. Take this seal to the reflecting pool. Your next trial waits for you there. Glad to see Nico found the book I left out for her useful. Took me a while to dig that one up.
Remind me about the seal?
Now that you have the moon seal, seek out the glyph to place it in.
Ominous indeed.
HYPPUS was among the first of the Elder Gods born at the dawn of our world. And unfortunately for him, he was also the first among them to die.
How does an Elder God die?
He was consumed by another Elder God. In this case, his own brother, Set.
Lovely.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. They cannot possibly match your strength. some for the rest of us. I had hoped for a challenge. As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me.
By consuming HYPPUS, Set absorbed his brother's power, but also triggered the downfall of the Elder Gods, as they turned on one another and became demons.
Now that was something. I am afraid you might not make it back from this one. Your fate is sealed. You're too weak for this fight. The advantage is mine.
I mentioned during the last trial, with most of the Elder Gods corrupted, a tomb was born and sent to destroy them. When he was done, he released their energy back to the stars.
And now they watch in silence from above while I fight for their amusement.
Who am I to speculate on their intentions? So far, I'd say things have worked out to your benefit.
I am impressed. The light will carry you onward. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
After this, you should be all the more prepared for whatever Lilith has planned in the coming days.
Now that was something. There is no escape. Your mother abandons you. This shall be of great help. Feel my call. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. Thank me later. There was a time when Lilith had the highest of standards for her minions. That time has clearly passed. Return to your mother. unprepared. Pathetic.
I'm sure HYPPUS will be pleased. You've proven yourself more than capable.
This looks like it belongs here. HYPPUS brings renewal. He is in agreement. All will be restored.
Glad to see Nico found the book I left out for her useful. Took me a while to dig that one up.
The god's latest gift seems to be quite powerful. I've already removed a great deal of corruption afflicting the grounds nearby.
I've noticed. I take it that means the latest trial wasn't much of an obstacle for our legendary hunter and their faithful companion.
We were ready for what awaited us.
The power of renewal is indeed a remarkable thing, especially when facing such an insidious problem.
But how did this corruption come to spread across the grounds in the first place?
I mentioned before that Wanda had visions after absorbing the power of the moon seal at my altar. But it's obvious now I didn't truly understand the depths of what she was experiencing.
What do you think really happened here?
I've told you that Wanda wasn't a descendant of the blood. In truth, her magic was born in chaos, from the touch of the dark god Chthon himself. I fear this connection between them was even stronger than I imagined.
She gave our enemy a window into our home.
Now you're starting to sound like Sarah. You should know as well as anyone, Hunter. Our actions define us, not our blood. Wanda didn't ask to be blessed by Chthon, and I refused to hold it against her.
It is done now in any case. We can only move forward from here.
Renewing the grounds is already an important step forward for us.
Wanda's visions, were they part of her ties to Chthon? Do you know what it is she saw?
She described them like a dream. Broken, distorted images that she could only remember in passing. But you're right, Hunter. I believe now it was Chthon who came to her, his influence strengthened by the power of the seal she absorbed.
And the corruption on the grounds, this was his influence?
It seems almost too clear now. The corruption on the grounds returned just as Wanda's explorations reached their peak.
Was there nothing in her journal about this?
Maybe we've gotten ahead of her. I should return to the library and continue the translations. Come by tomorrow and I'll let you know if I've found anything new.
Chthon's dark influence has tainted this way. The water here should be safe now.
HYPPUS will provide. Blessings of HYPPUS.
What is this? It looks like a fragment of a moon seal.
She believes in our purpose.
Another moon seal fragment. What is this doing here?
All will be restored. HYPPUS will provide. Blessings of HYPPUS.
What is this? It looks like a fragment of a moon seal.
Autumn, show me the way.
You've almost retraced Wanda's steps, Hunter. Which means it's probably time I was honest with you. Things got a bit messy at this point. It was here that Wanda hit a wall, in the literal sense. The gates sealing off your mother's garden seemed all but impervious to any attempt we made at opening them.
You would not have given up that easily.
Of course not. Wanda was hesitant, but I was emboldened by just how close she had come to succeeding. I strongly encouraged her to keep trying. If I had only stopped to consider the risks. But no. With my guidance, she attempted to use the moon seal from Set's trial to force open the gate.
You, of all people, should have known better.
I realize that now. But hindsight is always 20/20.
And the result?
Without the word of power, Set's blessing, Wanda couldn't control the energy within the seal. It responded like these things often do. It exploded.
But the gate did not open?
No, it didn't. And as an unfortunate side effect of the blast, I was killed.
That was the training accident with Wanda?
A surprisingly level-headed explanation from the poor girl, considering what she had just witnessed. I was still out of my senses, but that's a story for another time.
You died. Wanda was left traumatized, only to be blamed by caretaker and left without anyone to support her?
I said things got messy. Perhaps I should have said heartbreaking. In either case, now you know the truth.
But what about Sarah and the others? They need to know as well.
Given my current situation, I think it may have to wait, dear. If you'd still like to move forward, you'll need to find the shards of the broken moon seal. If all goes well, I should be able to reform the seal.
I have found 3 moon seal pieces that fit together.
Of course you have. We will need one more thing before I can fuse them back together. There is a particular flower that grows in front of my old cottage. Find it while I prepare the ritual. I'll be in the library.
Mother.
If his help was warranted, HYPPUS would provide.
The gods are fickle.
Autumn does not answer. He sees our path. Autumn be praised. If it was here, Autumn would show me.
This must be the reagent that Agatha needs to restore the seal. Interesting.
nicely done, Hunter. I expected no less from someone as skilled as you. I could use some of that myself. You're a quick study, dear.
I have found the reagent.
So you have. Let's not waste any more time. For this to work, we'll need the elemental altar. Come with me. This is it, Hunter. Once I've reforged the seal, you can face the final trial. I'm sure Set is eagerly awaiting your arrival.
It has been a long road to reach this point.
Lucky for you, the ritual won't take more than a moment. I just need to say the magic words. Abracadabra. Just kidding, dear.
I'm glad to know your situation did nothing to dampen your sense of humor.
Sarah is salty enough for the both of us. I like to keep things in balance. Now, let's get you a moon seal. I just hope Set doesn't mind a bit of refurbishment.
I will find out soon enough.
Just remember, Hunter, the answers we seek are almost within your grasp. Stay the course.
Down a blood sacrifice is what they had in